last month, Devin Haney filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia. Haney is seeking damages for battery, fraud, and breach of contract, all in connection to his fight against Garcia on April 20th. Garcia won that fight, only to have that result overturned to a no contest after he tested positive for Ostarine, a banned substance. Haney's lawsuit has been widely mocked, Sergio, to say the least, by people in the boxing industry. Tim Bradley said Haney needs to take his whooping like a man. Keyshawn Davis, he called Devin Haney soft. Oscar De La Hoya called the lawsuit frivolous. And Bernard Hopkins has said it is a bad look, just among the comments that have been made. Most people, Sergio, have been repeating the same message. If Devin has a problem with something that Ryan did, they can settle it in the ring next year. Where do you stand on Devin Haney or any boxer filing a lawsuit against an opponent?
You can add me to the list of those former champions you just mentioned, man. We take our ass whooping like a man. You lick your wounds.
Nobody takes an ass whooping like you, Sergio.
Bullshit. I lick my wounds and come back stronger. That's what you do, man.
Too.
That's what alley cats do, man. They lick their wounds, they come back, and they get in another fight. And you hear them at 3 a.m, and all that other stuff.
What was that?
You heard it. I think that's what boxers do. It's not because they can't do what Haney does. I mean, it's just it's a hard pill to swallow, man. It really is, especially when you were making the money that Haney was making. He was on top of the world. I mean, it takes a lot out of you. I mean, look at now he's having a hard time finding a promotional, someone to promote him properly. He's
having a hard time finding someone to pay him. I don't know.
Pay him the money he got accustomed to. That's the thing about losing that zero. That's the thing about getting whooped on the big stage.
Well, to be clear, he didn't lose the zero. Officially, he is undefeated.
Yeah, but he got his ass whooped, and everyone saw it. And he got knocked down repeatedly on the big stage. It was an entertaining fight, but he fought the wrong game plan. He doesn't have the power to try to go power for power with. He fought the wrong style, man. I mean, it was fun to watch, but now that I look at it again and think back, Haney fought the wrong style, and he was intimidated with Ryan Garcia. Now we know why Ryan Garcia was so confident going into that fight, because they know each other so well, and it has nothing to do with style. I'm telling you right now, Mannix, it had everything to do with temperament. Garcia's his Huckleberry. Garcia's known him since they were 16, 17, 18 years old, and he knows what type of guy, what type of man Haney is. He doesn't have that gear, that extra testosterone gear, the extra balls, the bravado. Haney doesn't have that, man. And Garcia, for as much shit as he talks, for as crazy as he looks, and the dumb shit he does out of the ring, the dude has balls. And it's not like that macho balls. It's ignorant balls. Like, he doesn't know how dumb he is, Ryan Garcia. I know it sounds harsh, but he's such a talented, naturally gifted fighter that he doesn't have to work as hard than the guys that don't have that. So he didn't build that intelligence, that high fight IQ. He takes too many chances because he's so damn gifted. And that's why I say dumb or ignorant or whatever I want to say. But he's exciting to watch, man. And a lot of fighters that have been very successful and making a shitload ton of money, a lot of them are exciting like that, man. And their careers don't last that long, but damn, is it fun to watch while it's here.
All right, but where does the banned substance come in for you? How does it factor in? Because Devin Haney is not suing Ryan Garcia for getting his ass kicked. Devin Haney is suing Ryan Garcia for getting his ass kicked, for kicking his ass while on a banned substance.
All right, so we're going to set a precedent here, Mannix?
Why
not? We're going to set a precedent here that anytime someone gets their ass whooped by a guy that cheated, where would boxing be?
1,000%. Can I answer that?
Hold on.
Can I answer?
If Miguel Cotto sued Antonio Margarito for the loaded gloves, yes, it was bad. But what did Miguel Cotto do?
Well, Miguel Cotto wouldn't have won that. He wouldn't have won that because you don't know that he had it.
An all-time great, not only Puerto Rican, an all-time great fighter, fun to watch. What did he do? He took his whooping like a man, got back in the gym and kicked the shit out of that cheating Margarito and took his eye, man. Pretty much Margarito,
his eye was pretty gone at that point anyway.
Well, yes. I mean, I
think Shane Mosley took a piece of that.
He has a forever memory of Miguel Cotto's ass whooping in that night. And you know what? That's how you get back at fighters that cheat.
But Sergio, you asked the question, like, should we set a precedent? My answer to that is Hell
But not,
yes.
but not in court.
Why?
Because that it's like getting your ass kicked and running home and telling your mom.
No, it's not getting your ass kicked and running home telling your mom. It's getting your ass kicked by somebody with a banned substance in their system in a combat sport. It's different. Sergio, the reason I'm okay with this and the reason I'm okay with setting a precedent is because the state commissions and the sanctioning bodies don't do shit. They don't seem to care. I want to give you a few examples of that. 2017, remember Luis Neri beat the crap out of his opponent, this Japanese fighter. He tests positive, no punishment. The WBC, they let him keep his 118-pound belt, said, you know what, that tainted meat stuff, that's what it was. 2019, a fight that you and I were going to be a part of. Jarrell Miller tests positive for multiple banned substances. He gets a 6-month nothing suspension for that. New York didn't do a good job there. Last year, Alicia Baumgartner tests positive. Nothing happens. The state of Michigan doesn't pick up the phone when promoters and reporters called them. The 4 sanctioning bodies allowed her to keep all 4 of her titles. So the reason I'm okay with a fighter taking an opponent to court if they test positive is because they're not really getting any recourse here. Like, nobody is protecting the fighter. Because, Sergio, you mark my friggin' words. We are headed towards the day where a fighter gets badly hurt or killed in the ring, and the opponent tests positive for a banned substance. Then you know what happens? Then boxing is done. Then the Congress is going to get involved. States are going to get involved. We're going to be talking about boxing being banned. Boxing needs to get ahead of this. And if suing your opponent for testing positive for a banned substance serves as some kind of impediment for them doing it in the future, I'm all for it.
Snitches get stitches.
That's all
I gotta say.
That's not snitching.
Snitches get stitches, man. You're an Ivy League boy. You're from Boston.
I'm not.
You're a white collar.
Boston College is not in the Ivy League.
You don't know shit about being tough or being a tough guy,
This
or being
is
a street fighter.
toxic machismo. It's so bullshit.
And what do you think makes us do the dumb shit we do, the crazy shit we do in the ring? It's that machismo that makes us climb into the ring. It's not intelligence. It's not education. It's not health first. No, it's the fact that we put our health on our line, and we put our brain and everything else at risk, because that's what we've been groomed. That's what we've been destined to do. We've been doing this since we were young kids. We know how to take an ass whooping more than the average person like yourself.
Yeah, but if you take an ass whooping from somebody that is clean, that's fine. That's what you sign up for. You don't sign up to fight somebody that's on a banned substance.
Okay, well, look, if that's where this generation is going, I don't want to be a part of it.
Oh,
I don't want to be part of this whole.
Hopkins.
I don't want to be part of it. Yeah, you know why? That's an all-time great tough fighter. That's an all-time great, a man that made his bones in prison. That's where you learn to box. That's what you know about boxing. Not everyone has that golden road to success. Not everyone has, the privilege that you had and many other people have.
Why
right?
am I the only one talking about
because
protecting the fighter?
But
I'm talking about protecting the fighter here, because I don't even care about the result of the lawsuit, Sergio. My thing is, if a lawsuit and damages recouped as a result of that lawsuit will make a fighter think even for an extra second about taking a banned substance, I think it's worth it.
If you think fighters are stagnant in their careers and they don't fight often enough, what do you think extending this in the court is going to do? I mean,
it's not going to make a difference. It's not criminal. This is civil. It's not going to stop anything from happening at any point in time. It's not going to slow anybody down. We're still going to get the rematch between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney.
Once you get things into the legal entanglements and going to court and going back and forth and the lawyers involved, it just turns into it turns into chasing money and not chasing greatness, man. If you're a young boxer, especially if you're in your mid-20s and you have a whole life, a whole career ahead of you, you don't want to get tangled up in the webs of legality, man. That's some nonsense.
Okay, but let's play the hypothetical here. Let's say that Daniel Jacobs, after your fight with him, tested positive, and Daniel Jacobs did not test positive. Clean guy. Say Daniel Jacobs tested positive for like nandrolone or whatever it is. That's an anabolic steroid. You wouldn't think about suing him?
I would have sued his ass in a second.
This is what I'm talking about.
But I was 36 years old and at the end of my career, man. Big difference. Big difference. And he was getting paid 4 or 5 times more than I was in that fight. I was a B-side. He was a champion. Totally different, all right?
But the point remains the same. That you would have sued him. How did we go? You just did a 180 in real time right here on this. Look, all I care about, Sergio, is stopping guys from doing this. And stopping fighters from doing this.
And all I care about is saving my own hide. All right. So yes, if I would have been in that situation, yes, because I was at the end of my career. I don't advocate this for young fighters because it just you're gonna get too mixed up in things that don't matter. Fighting and being the machismo, the tough guy, the blood, the guts. That's what you need to concentrate on. Being that warrior and not the businessman with a suit.
If Devin Haney knew ahead of time that Ryan Garcia was going to test positive for Osterine, he wouldn't have gone through with the fight. So the fact that he went through with it, shouldn't there be some repercussions for that? Now, look, I want to say this off the top, or not the top, but New York did a good job with this. Like a 1-year ban and a significant fine, which, by the way, should go to Devin Haney. Like that money should go into Devin Haney's pockets. But a 1-year ban is for a first offense is exactly, I think, the appropriate punishment. So New York, I'm good with them. I just think that we need to do more, be more proactive, and serve up some more roadblocks, some more impediments for guys to even think about taking a banned substance, because that is going to get somebody killed. You mark my words, it's going to get somebody killed someday, Sergio. I am 100% sure of that.
We're in the fight game. This is a hurt business, man.
All right.